Good evening. It's Monday night, and I've got a hair sticking out. But anyway, whatever. Can't be everything to anything. I want to welcome you to Mental Mind Treatments with Psychic Impressions. And I'm going to begin today actually with myself. And I want to welcome Marianne, who's working the Tibetan bowl, which will help me, and Kayla, who says blessings to both of you, said basically blessings to everybody who's going to show up. So I look forward to that. I just, last week I had a really cough and a cold all week. I've still got the tail end of that, and it's been a little disturbing sometimes, but basically we've got a handle on it. So why I'm putting myself at the top of the list is tomorrow I'm having some oral surgery where basically I'm taking out down 5 teeth from the bottom here. I've come to the conclusion a lot of this is the result of all the chemicals that went into my system in the last 2 years while I was dealing with the cancer I had. So basically, by taking the 5 first is taking the worst of it. So I have to get over that. I don't know how I will be on Wednesday for my Wednesday talk. So that's in the balance there. So basically, what I want is I want an easy acceptance of the teeth removable plus inner strength for the ensuing days. The ensuing days is where I'm a little bit uncertain. I picked 3 numbers. I picked 3, 12, and 21, which is the Empress, Hanged Man, and the World. And it's all about acceptance, of course. And the Empress saying, just love yourself. Just don't be, sometimes we grieve a loss of a part of ourselves or part of who we are, or because things changed, but just accept that. And the 2 acceptance symbols here are really, really strong. So I felt quite good, but I am going to give myself a treatment. So join me in your mind, please. I know there is one power in one essence. And I know as I speak my word for myself, that based on tomorrow and what takes place, 10:30 in the morning, my time, as we remove the teeth that is to be removed that day, that I am gentle within myself, that I am at peace, that I am loving myself, caring myself, saying goodbye to the teeth, and yet also recognizing that my gums will heal quickly and easily so that I can keep on doing what I do until the next session that we'll be having with my dear dentist. So I give thanks for the knowing of this. I give thanks in knowing the smoothness, the ease, and my rapid and quick recovery. That's the main thing. So that will be there. I give thanks in the knowing this, that the power, the love, and all that is there is just will ensue that. It will be there. It will happen. It will be, and it will be joyous. I also want to once more give a treatment for mango, which we've been doing the last few weeks, and to begin to have goals for the future, looking forward. I've got 12, 18, and 22, and the 18 shows the fear a little bit in there. So it's the acceptance that there is a future, the acceptance that there are goals that can be reached, and allowing the fear of making a mistake and not doing it. There's a lot of not doing it right within Mango's personality area that I pick up. It's to have faith, to begin to put your energy into a higher power, into a higher awareness, and allow that to support her in the way that she goes. So here's the treatment. I know there is one power and one essence, and as I speak my word for Mango, I know that the future begins to loom there. And in it looming there, she begins to recognize that she can have goals, she can have an expectation, and the fear of it not working or not being good enough, all those kind of inner voices that we get, can recede, so that faith in the process that she's involved in, faith in life, faith in what we call the divine loving source, she will be able to move forward with ease and love and light. I give thanks in the knowing of this as I release this thought, knowing that it is true, it is done, and it is at one. And so I give thanks by saying, and so it is. Excuse me. Kayla also had texted me earlier, and she's on really early and says blessings to all, which I'm sure you can read. She wants her, what I wrote down after reading her text, and she wants her energy returning and the emotions to stabilize. I got 3, 12, and 22. And basically, it's about looking ahead with joy and belief, but acceptance is in there. I know Kayla for a long, long time. And I also know that she does know and she does work with the love energy, with the understanding of the beingness of it all. And the acceptance of that is a part of her. And I just feel she just needs to let go and not worry about anything else. And have the 22 is the full, have the faith that she is important and knowing and can move and do the things that she needs to do. And what I wrote was look ahead with joy and belief. It's not about the outside. It's about the knowing inside and allowing that to propel you, Kayla, in the direction of where you want to go, so that everything relaxes. This is what I see. It's just that relax, because you rest in the old saying was the bosom, they used to call it. Rest in the bosom of love. Rest in the bosom of all that is. And so I'm going to release this. No. So I've kind of put a treatment in there as well as talked about it, but I'm just going to say, I know the power is there, and I know Kayla knows that power. And it's a matter of submerging into that power, that is all there is. No other things to be done. There's no other things to worry about. There are things to do, yes, but the rest is just to move ahead as the full, step by step, accepting and loving self. I release this thought knowing that it is true, it is workable, doable, and Kayla is ready to embrace that. Just embrace it and be with it and see how that begins to unfold for her. I give thanks in the knowing of this by saying blessings and thank you and letting it go. Amen. I don't usually say amen, but I will. Okay, we've got Karen Marcus. 12761. She just love her phone number. Excuse me, a little cough's coming up. Have sent healing to me twice for your upcoming dinner. Bless your heart. Yeah, thank you. I've been feeling really good the last few days. So I'm determined that it will maintain that way. Let's see what you got here. It doesn't say what you really want, but you just want the menus. So we've got acceptance, moving forward, a little bit of confusion here because everything is possible. Okay. I'm going to give a treatment based from what comes out of that. I know there is one power and one essence that is loving, caring, and supporting. And I know that Karen is aware of this and used it in her transitions that she's gone through. So there is an acceptance of being part of the flow. When one part of the flow, there is a letting go of what is behind and not feeling conflicted that we should keep this or keep that or go back there or whatever. It's like let go of the past and moving forward because everything is possible. I give thanks and knowing that Karen has all the tools she needs. She has all the awareness she needs. She just needs to let go and flow. Reminds me of the tide coming in and how it flows out. And as it goes out, there's a certain amount that goes kind of with it. But this is, to me, is again another step on your growth, progress, change, in the inevitability. And I give thanks in the knowingness that you're right on track and it's there. But that past has to disappear. That's how I feel. And so I give thanks in knowing that the past can disappear, that you don't try and analyze it and figure it. Just let it go. You're moving forward, and that's what needs to be addressed. And as I release this with the divine essence of love, I say, and so it is. Amen. Okay, Karen Lee. Hello, everybody. I'd love a treatment as I'm having a treatment on Wednesday and hoping for good results. She wants 2, 12, and 22. You're one day behind me. So a treatment. I'm just trying to put this together here a bit. Something there about a decision still about it. It's a 2. But the 12 says just accept and flow with it because you have faith, you have understanding, you have awareness, and that, excuse me, and that will be, it's kind of like a surf. It reminds me of a person on a surfboard coming in on a wave. And it's like you're committed when you're on a surfboard, you commit to the wave, right? And I feel that whatever this treatment is that you're going to do, you got to commit 100% and accept what goes on, but realize faith will win the day. So have faith in it because you're committed to it. Because if you can't have faith in it, don't do it, I would say, basically. So I know there is one power, and I know the energy of love, and it's something about conclusion. Conclusion is here if you commit and accept and know that it's in divine order. I release this thought and a beautiful pink balloon coming right to you saying it's all okay. And so it is. Amen. Like that. And thank you down here. You say sending you healing energy for your procedure tomorrow, Norma. Thank you very, very much. And Karen Merker says, well, do we want to have a, what's the word? Oh, here's Maggie G. I was going to say, are we going to just sit here and have a little conference or something? Okay, Maggie G, let's see what you have to say, my dear. Best wishes for your dental appointments. Thank you. I know. I have been feeling so much better. Karen's always sending me healing, but I don't know, the last little while, I've been feeling really, really good and things just good. Even though still got my cold and I'm still hacking a bit and I'm just feeling so much more alive. Seems funny right before you're having teeth yanked out of your head, but it's still good. Karen Lee says, thank you. Kayla says, thank you for your loving insights. I see such amazing loving healing inside you moving throughout your body and releasing any and all toxins. Thank you. All of which transmute to love. Yeah, well, I think that's the same with all of us and how it is and where we're going and what we're doing. So I'm trying to think. I'm not saying I won't be here on Wednesday morning. I may be. Karen B's not here yet, or if she is not going to show up because she talks to me quite often and through the miracles of the modern age, basically. And I always like to see what she has to say or what she's up to. But because she has contributed quite a lot of thinking and thought to bring forward, which has been very, very nice for me. If somebody has a question on any kind of topic, can you put it in? Because otherwise we've only been going 15 minutes. I'm feeling like I'm ripping off something or someone. Wow. So if you have a question on anything, I don't care what it is, please plug it into the chat. so I can feel like I am contributing to this world. I'll be wait patiently. Just think about, what would you like to know about? What would you like an explanation of? And if you don't have, you've got a few more minutes, that's okay. After getting all dressed up and ready for tonight, because I did a little bit of running around today. But anyway, what else do I want to say? Oh, I've got a couple of thoughts I'm going to do. I'm going to start probably some new. I want to talk about a situation that came up because of something somebody said to me. There's two things I wanted to talk about, actually, which one, some of you may have heard because I've already mentioned it, and that's the cycles. Like when I first got the news about all this teeth work that had to be done, okay, Maggie G's come back in, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Does the full moon energy affect you? Not usually, no. I'm pretty grounded on things, so I don't get too much effect on what's going on out there. But anyway, I wanted to talk about what I discovered was that, and it reminded me of something I talked about a lot when I had classes all the time, and you're teaching and somebody asks a question, all those things come up. Watch for when you have some emotional traumatic thing happen where you effectively, you've reacted emotionally. Usually, and this is what happened to me with the cold, 10 days later, you'll get a cold, or you'll get the flu, or you'll just feel rotten. And the thing is, then you can go back. I kind of had forgotten this till near the end. You can go back and kind of clear the energy so you don't have to go through that. I didn't do that. And so also there's another pattern, and I spoke a little bit of this on Sunday Thought too, is that there's a 6-week pattern. And where the difficulty with the 6-week pattern, it's usually a little heavier, but you don't remember what triggered it. Because 6 weeks ago, you got upset about something. Now we've got this health crisis or whatever, or something else going in the life that's disturbing everything. You don't put the two together. That's the tough one. I in my reading, when I was doing a lot of readings, 6 weeks is the cycle. Things change, it'll be around 6 weeks very often. So those are 2 cycles you can keep your eyes on. The other thing is, someone said something to me that got me very upset, actually. Mad is probably a better word. When you have an event happening, it is not the event, it is how you handle it. It's not the event. I didn't handle the idea of having to have a whole lot of teeth taken out of my mouth very well. And I paid for it. There's no doubt about that. But I've accepted that. I accepted it and said, okay, we'll just walk through the thing, and it's getting better and better every day now. So that's good. Okay, I'm going to go back to Maggie G. She says, me again, always welcome. Healing energy, please, for the sale of condo. And Monday's 692. I'm going to ask you a question. You can type it in. Do you really want to sell this condo? Please just answer yes or no. Do you really, really want to sell it? Take a moment to type it in for me. All right? Because that's going to be the key for the other 2. And if you don't, because it looks like you may think you want to sell, like it's all up here in your intellect. You may think you want to sell it. Here we go. Yes. Have moved to an apartment, so you want to sell the old one back there? Okay. You've got to do all the ties that you had. So think of your apartment, look inside, and see what cords you have tying you to that apartment. It'll could be past memories, past whatever, and you unhook them and give them back to the apartment. You're never going to forget them. It's part of you, but you've got ties there, and those ties are making it that is, if you're having trouble selling it, that's why people walk in and they feel you want that pristine. There's none of your energy, none of your memories, none of it there. Bring them all back home where they belong. not in the place. So that's why I had to ask the question, and thank you for answering, because that's going to make the difference. If you can clean that up, then the answer lies in you, really, who, how, what, when, and where. I think the whole thing is about you deciding to really 100% let go of this place. The memories, the ups and the downs, the good days, the not so good days, all of it. So it's just a piece of real estate so that you can let go. And it is, when person walks in, it's not full of you. If you've got some smudge stick, smudge it up, clean it up. But I think you need to unhook all those years that you had there, all the emotion, all the memories. You don't lose your memories. That's what people don't understand. They think that if they don't have that place, they won't remember. No, your memories are yours inside. You'll remember that. So trust that really, really helps, because if you don't do that, but let me do a treatment on it. I know there is one power and the one essence, and I know that knowing that you're loved beyond measure aids in letting go that which needs to be let go. It's not a mental thing, it's a heart thing. And it's being willing to clear out and give the space for someone else to enjoy what they can enjoy in there. Put joy, put love, put the essence in what they can do and what they can appreciate. I give thanks in the knowing of this, that once this is done, that apartment will move very, very quickly. And then you'll be free from that, if that is truly what you want. So we give thanks for the sale of the condo. Look forward to hearing about it within the next 2 weeks, maximum 3. Okay, well, right. Ashika, hello. Okay, let's see what numbers have you got for me today. 3, 18, and 19. Well, I like 3 and I like 19, but I'm not so happy with the 18. Treatment for your knee, hip, and lower back. Okay, so now I think that you've got a lot incorporated within you already. The knowingness of loving yourself, the realization of stepping into your power, your knowingness into newness. You've got all that, but you still have fear of what that may entail. What does it mean letting go? What does it mean when you want different energy, different thoughts, different, maybe even people in your life? Is it a letting go of that whole past? We can understand the philosophical loving element, but what we've got to do is incorporate it totally into ourselves and not be fearful of what that will mean. It's like saying, here's my phone and I don't want to lose my phone, so I hang on to that. Here's my cup. I don't want to lose that. Here's my water. I don't want to lose that. So what am I doing? I'm thinking of what I've got to hold on to. We're not thinking about what we can bring in that's new and different, that will give us everything that you need and require. It's all about letting go your fear. And that means things, people, just becoming encased. And what you're getting to understand is the love and the newness that waits. It waits. But it can't let go till you let go the fear. And it's funny, I've been there. Okay, use my phone. Here's my phone. And I know I've got to put it down. It's funny because it's in my arm that's slowly getting stronger, but it's like I'm pulling away. I have to put my phone down, and you can't see, but I'm pushing it away from me more and more and more and more. And it looks like I've let go, but the reality, it's still in my hand here. We can't hang on to those little things. Then those are the fears. So in the treatment for Ashika, I know I know that there is one power and there is one essence. And I also know that we have fear within us. I also know that even though we believe and trust the love source and have proven that it has an effect, and that newness awaits as we let go the old, but it feels like being stretched, that if I really let go of all of that, will it really be as good as I think or they say it's going to be? Excuse me, I got a cough on that one. Because fear is insidious. Fear is like the fog that comes in. I'm reading a book actually, it has this fog that comes in. And that's what fear is like. It's sneaky, it catches us unawares. Oh, I wanted to draw the attention behind me to my dragon. I changed from the traveler to the dragon when I wasn't feeling well because I needed some dragon energy in there. And that's the same thing as here, Ashika, is that you're needing some strength to let go of those things that you do not need anymore or want anymore, and embrace the newness. Oh my God, it's so good. And it's like, embrace it. And I see you say, thank you. You're right. Thanks so much. It's not easy. Like Maggie G also, she has to let go of things. Like people have, I had to let go of things. I had to let go, of having what I've always considered part of me. But sometimes when we let go, greater things happen because we've made room to allow the miracle of life to come in. And I've had miracles. I've had many miracles and big changes in my life by that, just by having faith to trust. And even though it may not be tomorrow that everything falls into place, it all of a sudden does, and usually unexpectedly, and comes out of nowhere. Oh, so let's just, many of us here, looks like we could all use a little bit of a miracle. So, Ashika, we will do a treatment where we let go and accept miracles. And everybody can dovetail on this one. I know there is one power and there is one essence, and I know it's within everybody, in the cells, in the blood, in our brains, if we allow it. And that is the crucial part, is because we don't always allow it to come up in that loving sense and to believe 100%. We believe 70%. We may believe 75%. We may believe 80%. But to believe that 100%, that what you're wanting will work and will come and will be, is the biggest key that we as soul travelers, people who want to understand and move beyond the smallness, is that we need to trust in the process. We need to know that it is. And Ashika has come so far. And now it's that final step of unhooking, of letting go. And for those, I give this info easy here, but I've worked with so many people where we've had to dig deep to get those hooks out. You don't want the hooks, Ashika. Your body is ready to run into the future. Get the emotional part gone. Okay? Blessings to you, my dear. As I release this, I just know there is only love, only support, and only miracles. And so it is. Hello, Karen B. I was looking for you, actually. But anyway, here you are. Yeah, it looked like I was going to have to close up shop in 15 minutes. I was very upset about that. Okay, what do you say? Blessings, everyone. Sending you a lot of love and healing with your procedure tomorrow. Thank you. Please may I have a treatment for my health, which is improving daily. Yeah, if you caught all of what I said in the last while, if not, go back and listen, because it was basically the same thing from several people. No numbers, so I can choose what I want here. Maybe I'll just do a treatment, right, just on health. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that Karen B works with that essence within her. I also see that over the last 4 months, there has been a lot of, I'm going to call it shadows that have dissipated. And as they have dissipated and just wandered off into the wilderness, we'll say, that your health has improved. There's still some more digging deeper. I want to go back 25 years and find whatever it is that's still not being let go. Came 25 years, you'll know or not. But it feels like there's still a little knot in there that needs to be expunged, forgiven, let go of, into the clouds, into the clouds. Being, I know that Karen B can do this, and her health will improve even and radiate even more and more and more. And I give thanks in the knowing of this as I release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. And Ashika, thank you for sending my love for the procedures tomorrow. Yes, I will. It's interesting when the night before that you're going for surgery of any kind, there's always that little, and all of a sudden I'm happy. Today it hit a lot. It was like, no, I'm not. I'm going in there happy together, and if it doesn't fly easily, I'm giving the dentist who's doing the work. I love her anyway. She's really neat, so she'll have no trouble from anything. Oh, okay. There's another person calling in. Zach, hi from Toronto, Canada. Really suffering with OCD. Yeah, I've got to go. OCD is hard. Yeah. Battling every day. Can I ask you for some help, please? And grateful. You're a good timing. This is the second time I was ready to sort of claps everything down, go finish watching American Idol. So it's boy, the music in the last while has just been phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. Be interesting to see who's going to be in the final next week. But that's beside that. OCD. Okay. Zach, is it possible for you to just type in 3 numbers randomly for me between 1 and 22? I would appreciate that. Zach, can you do that if possible? 3 numbers between 1 and 22. It'll just give me a point of reference, because when I went to go in, it's like there's a blockade, and I want to see what that is. 3 numbers between 1 and 22. If you won't do it, I'll have to pull them myself, because I've got to have something to work with here. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. I'm going to do this then. Okay, so I've got 15, I've got 20, and I've got 3 and a 4 coming together. Okay, Zach, what it shows here is that there's a lot of fear about the world, what's going on around you. Oh, 784. Okay, well, I'll take yours. Thank you. It helps a lot when it comes from you. 7 shows that you're ready to leave behind the old. I was going to talk about that anyway. And that 8 says it's like when we recognize that there is a force in the universe that we can use. It's like as you begin to use that, it's almost like I don't know if you ever baked or watch a person make bread. They need it. Sometimes in life we have to knead it. And so it brings about an essence of where and what going. But there's a stubbornness here. Sometimes when we have OCD, what happens is we want everything the way we want it. And the unfortunate thing is we usually don't get how we want it. It's the way it is. I have a little saying about that. Actually, I talked about it earlier. It's not the event, it's how you handle it. If the event is, you accept the event as it is, you're then able to move forward with it and change it. But when we get stubborn or set that we want it a certain way, what happens, it backfires into us. And so then what I was picking up was the emotionality rather than the acceptance of what is. And so then being able to move that, because I picked up a 4 and you picked up a 4, is that when we get stubborn and set because it gets too rigid. Life doesn't like working with rigidity, no matter how much you pray or visualize or set out what you want. If you're rigid by saying it's supposed to be this way inside, no flexibility, not knowing, and it usually comes from fear that we don't know, or we don't know how it's going to be. No, you won't, but you do know what's going to happen if you try and hang on to something. There's no room for anything to get in. Like if you hold your fist, whichever way you want to hold your fist, there's no way for anything to get in. And if there's anything in, it can spill out down here a little bit. You find sometimes it's fun to try and see how it happens with something that you can grab hold of, and then you put your hand in different ways and you find it tends to trickle away. So that's why you can't hang on to everything 100% all the time, or how that works. It's really about recognizing a change of attitude is really necessary. A change of belief. And I see you've written in here, yes, fear all the time, worry, doubt. Mom passed away. Yes, she was your peace and stability. Okay, so what did she teach you? What did she tell you? You're your own peace. I don't know what your age is, haven't got a clue, but part of maturing is being able to stand on your own 2 feet and trusting in life. And when we put our faith in a person who's older, when they pass on, we don't know, we haven't made, we haven't built it up within ourselves. It's been dependent on this pedestal that's gone. And then everything is always then like as I said, fear and concern, and we tighten and we don't trust. There's no trust. We're going to trust. We've got to have a belief. We've got to believe in the direction of where you are. Okay, so you're 50 years old. I know someone else who's in their 50s who has made huge transitions in the last year. Phenomenal. Because the willingness to change, the willingness to accept that you are important in the spiritual scheme of things, that you are loved for who you are, that you can let go of the dark fear element and replace it with warmth, love, and understanding. Does it happen overnight? Not always, and not usually, but it happens because we begin to work with our minds and with the awareness of everything. And yeah, she was saying she had lived a long life, so she had lots to impart onto you. So are you using it? Because by the looks of your numbers, you want to, but you're shackled. Now, there's other ways sometimes, like I do other work, but it's like part of it is coming to, but I need to do a treatment again for this too. I'll do another treatment for this. And you can go away and think about that. And we're here, I'm usually here and a lot of people on here, we're here every Monday night. And so we're able to look and do my mental mind treatments is another word for prayer. So, okay. Zach, I know there is one power and one essence, and I know each one of us has the ability to trust that force of light and love. Can be taken and looked at and enhanced in many, many different ways to find your way. But that energy is the same. It's like my fingers on my hand. Here's my hand, and each finger is different, used for different things, the thumb in particular. So it's like learning how to apply that force into the different elements of your life so that you deal with them. And when something comes that's upsetting, you understand that and you decide how you want to work with it or not work with it, etc. Because when we sometimes, make errors and then we go, oh, what have I done? And we go back and we change things energetically. And I think here is that a little bit is that you're a little bit stuck. You want to change, but you're stuck. And that's the issue. And so I know the power is there, but when we get into the power of love, we have to reach out. Like it's like an energy that is there, but we have to reach out and pull it inside. We have to recognize it and acknowledge it. It doesn't come along and go, hey, I'm here, notice me. Well, it could do that, but mostly if you don't open the door, you still haven't acknowledged it. But it's there. It's all around us. Look at the trees and look at us. He says how to start. The start is go and find and look at beauty. Trees. I don't know whereabouts you live, but there's water. Go and look at a river or a lake and feel the energy that comes from natural things. Trees, lakes, rivers, the skies, hopefully no chemtrails, but open skies can have beautiful white fluffy clouds, and begin to breathe in nature. It's one way to begin. Breathe in the nature. And just let it begin to let go all the anxiety, the fear that you have into the water or into the air, or leave you, and then take the beauty that you're looking at into you. And give thanks. Give thanks for your mother. Give thanks for life. Give thanks that the things that you like doing, and then you put your energy towards that, and you what we call become. It shows that you have the ability, because you picked 7. You have the ability to move forward, but you're not yet. But you can do. So just go and just this week, work with that. Then when you come back next Monday night, we start at 7, and we'll see how you're doing. You'll know how you're doing or not. And it's all right. I'll just keep going on about the same old things. So let me see. CM retracted her message, so I don't know what that was about. But Zach, you have my heart sent, like really. You wanting to change is the biggest thing, but you feel stuck because you're scared that if you take the wrong step, then that fear comes up of what it may look like. That's why go look at nature. And if it's not much nature around you, go find it. It's always there, even if it's in the sky and the white fluffy clouds. I think you need water, though. Water is emotion. I think you need a river or a stream. And just sit and look at it and watch how it goes. And always there. And that's what love is, what we talk universal love. That's what universal love is. It's always there. But we got to bring it in. We got to let it into our hearts and into our minds and allow ourselves to feel that no matter what the situation, that you are supported and you are loved. Knowing that you are loved, you got your love from your mother. Now you got to find love in the universe. And just take it in and breathe it in and know that it's there and brings you peace, brings you understanding and awareness. I just want to say to Leroy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Always send you blessings. That just seems to be part of me these days. You enjoy. If there's nothing else, I'm going to say thank you for coming in this Monday, and I will see you next Monday and maybe even Wednesday. We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll see how this jaw feels. Possibly not, but I'll be back, I'm sure, for Sunday. Yeah, I will still be here Sunday. I had to think about that. Anyway, lots of love, lots of thanks. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the support from everybody. And guess what? We didn't freeze. So that, and I was banging on the table, that's for sure. Lots of love to everyone. Have a great night. Bye bye now.